Hello, everyone. This is Raj Menon from SaaS Reviews and Interviews. We have Karsten from MorningScore. Hi, Karsten. Thank you.
Hey, everybody.
How are you?
I'm good. It's daytime in Denmark, and I think there's a little bit of sun. That's rare here.
Oh, really? Okay. Great. So you've got this product out called MorningScore. Can you tell me a little bit about MorningScore and what it does?
So MorningScore is an SEO tool, so for tracking your Google rankings. There are many tools out there. I think I counted like plus 200 tools, and they keep coming. New ones keep coming. So it's a crazy market. So most of you guys probably know what an SEO tool is. So what I can say is that we are kind of like, we like to have the data deepness of Ahrefs. A lot of you would know them. They're very good on link data and also pretty good on keyword data. So we like to have the deepness of something like Ahrefs, and we also have them as a partner. And the simplicity and ease of use of something like Trello. So that's kind of what we're going for.
All right, great. And how did you come up with the name MorningScore?
Oh yeah, I don't know. Well, originally I founded a company called Morning Train, which is an agency. And that name basically came because I was standing in the morning train station, and I was just inspired by the sun rising, and so I thought morning was a good name in general. And yeah, so score is because I want to score your SEO, and I want to make it easy to understand the score of your SEO. So yeah, so MorningScore.
Fair enough. And how many people do you have in your team?
We have 5 people right now. So yeah,
5 people in your team. And what would you say during that whole process of building your app, what would you say was your biggest challenge?
Biggest challenge is coping with delays in development, and really understanding what it takes to build an SEO tool, because it's so complex. There's so much data. There's so many things that can go wrong. And I mean, you basically need to kind of reverse engineer what Google does in some aspects. So it's just crazy engineering going on behind the scenes. And I've been a part of many big SaaS projects and big software projects, but this was the most complex one so far.
All right, that's good. And as you know, there's a lot of competitors in the market. What would you say is your unique selling point and what makes your app tick?
Yeah, so it's very easy. It's gamification and the ability to suggest you what you should do with your SEO. So it's a Trello for SEO, as we call it. It's a way to so you can actually do your own SEO if you're not an expert, and you can make it fun to work on your SEO because it all becomes task-based, and it's very clearly stated what you should work on and stuff like that. So that's our unique selling point.
Great. I noticed your UI. It's really, really cool. I mean, I really love your UI. How did you come up? It's very unique in the sense that, if you look at all the other SaaS apps out there, it's pretty standard dashboard. Yours is very unique. How did you come up with the idea of this whole UI, and how did you differentiate it?
Yeah, I mean, it was actually supposed to be a cowboy universe, like really crazy. But then we decided, okay, we go space instead because it fits more with the SEO kind of scheme. But why did we focus so much on design and UX? Well, I have a designer already that I knew for a long time, and I really like to, create a great experience when you're using the tool, so that it should be pleasant. And I think design and UX in general is something that's coming big time to SaaS tools, and it's already started since 2018. I think I've seen that. I think it's the next wave of tools that they will focus a lot on design. You see Slack, they already did it many years ago. I think they kind of started that, because if you look at Slack, they do exactly like other messaging tools, EAC or whatever you call it. Yeah. But where they really are different is the UX and the design. And it's crazy because they're such a big company now, and it's only because of nice interface, very smart UX and a great design. That's crazy to think about.
Yeah. So would you mind sharing your screen and just giving a very quick walkthrough of MorningScore?
Yeah, sure, I can do that. So I'll share my screen. Let's see, share here. So I'm not used to using Zoom, but I guess, can you see it now?
Yep, we can see it.
All right, perfect. So what you see here is MorningScore IO. So I'm just tracking our own website right now, so I don't, step on anybody's feet who don't want their data shown online. But what I can do is I can type in any website, and right now I'm looking at MorningScore IO in the US market. As you can see, I have a few websites here that I can select. I can also see the Danish or German market. If I click, I can switch between the markets. And the market is Google, so it's where you search on Google and you see the data kind of changes. So now I'm just switching it back to the US again. And what you see here is the traffic value. I'm not going to go into details, but it's basically how much money you saved on Google AdWords every month. So you can see now it's in DKK. Let me just get it in dollars. So you guys, you can change the currency in the settings. Let me get it in dollars. And as you can see, I don't need to update it. Like, I don't need to refresh my screen for things to happen. This app is built on React. If some of you are nerds out there, you would know that then you don't need to reload anything. Everything happens dynamically. And here I see all my competitors. And some of you guys.
Yeah, it's really cool that it does these things.
Thanks. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And these are my competitors, and I can toggle them on the graph, and I can see how I'm doing over time. And as you can see, we're the small player right now, so we're pretty new. SEMrush is obviously very big, and that's like how we would like to compete is SEMrush, because we think we can do it better. I love SEMrush, but I think it's time for a different tool. Yeah. So the next thing is report. It's basically where I can set up my own keywords. A lot of you guys would already know that. You can set up folders like I've shown here. You can just see it without folders. You can have like featured keywords. You can click on any keyword, see the history, when you can also see like, now I think this keyword we don't really rank that well on, but we can see that SERPstat is ranking better than us on this keyword. So whatever competitor has a result, it will also show if we toggle that on or off. So that's kind of
cool. Can the reports be white labeled?
Yeah, so right now no, but I mean, some people, they screenshot the tool right now and that works for them. And we have Excel export, and we actually just added more Excel export options, so that's possible. So that's the best we can do right now. But we actually moved reports up in our roadmap. So it was one of the most asked for features. So now it's going to be worked on much earlier. So definitely something that's going to come out this year and probably early fall.
Okay, good.
Yeah. So, but yeah, you can add keywords. You can get suggestions for keywords. Yeah. And you can type in as many as you want, and it's comma separated, or it's pretty standard. This section is not that unique, but then we go to the link. It's this is all Ahrefs data for those of you who know, and it's a very quick way to see how you're doing compared to your competitors on links. Again, I don't want to go into details right now, but as you can see, all the competitors are pretty equal, and we're lagging behind. But if something cool that Ahrefs can't do that we can do is like we can track on a whole year, and as you can see, our rating actually dropped a lot. I think Ahrefs, they rated us too high in the beginning, and then they took us to more fair position, I would say. I think we deserve a little bit better, but then we'll take it from here. But this is cool because in Ahrefs you can only see your rank, the Ahrefs rank, like 3 months back. But with us, you can see it as long as you've had the tool, so as many years back as you want. That's really cool, I think, because it's a metric I use personally a lot with clients to show them, how we're doing with links. And usually it's like we've been working on it for several years, and then it's very irritating that they can't display that. Also, I can see links, how many exact domains are linking. I can click on each of these and get some more information, like about the link distribution and different other things.
Quite powerful, yeah.
Yeah, so there's like some graphs here, and again, this is just a quick tour. So if you guys are interested, you can just sign up for a free trial. It's super easy to get started. But yeah, here's the new and lost links. Something really cool that we added that I know many other tools don't have is the link scanner. So if I build a link, I can type in the link, and within 10-20 seconds, we will scan it and ask Ahrefs for the URL rating and the Ahrefs rating and all that stuff. And then it will show up under new links if it's been added, if we found out that this link was missing. Yeah, and you can see on each link, you can see where the link is exactly coming from, and a lot of things. We're also adding do follow, no follow, and a lot of other stuff. And you can export this stuff. I don't know if I can share that, but this is maybe for the nurse. I don't know if you see this, but I think you will see my document, because this is brand new. We released this yesterday. Oh, okay, now I see it without formatting. But yeah, basically you get a lot of information. We get from all the links that you have. So it's pretty cool. You can see the competitors' links, of course, so we can see what they're doing. If we want to know, okay, they're on Wikipedia. Where are they on Wikipedia? We can look them up, and we can see that they're on different pages here.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so you guys, it's a very simple tool, but I think it has most of the powerful things that you need for your daily work. If you need a proper link building tool, like with a lot of options, then I would still recommend Ahrefs. We would never think ourselves as a competitor to their tool, but if you need something daily that's way more fairly priced than what they are, then I would say we're a great alternative. And also something that's better for you to show to clients, because our design and our way of showing the progress is way more simple than what Ahrefs shows you. So that's also a big plus in my opinion. The next thing is also really great if you're doing client work, because it really is easy for clients to understand this for some reason, even though it's actually quite technical. But it's because it's visual, so they can see the general performance of the site. As you guys can see, we are not, we're a bit behind on optimizing our own site, right? So there's something for us to work on. Meta descriptions missing. We have some broken links. Actually, I didn't know that. That's quite new. So actually, I should go and Okay, so this is actually interesting information. Maybe I should start using our own tool a bit more. We will go and fix this. So if I want to get an idea on how to fix it, okay. So it's probably that. Okay, yeah, we're linking to an Instagram that's no longer there, and it gives like a 404. So now we can go to this specific page. There's a link here, and we can go and edit the page and fix it. And if we fixed it, we can press this refresh data button. Right now I haven't fixed it, but if it would be fixed, then usually within 10-20 seconds it will have scanned that page, and it will tell us if we fixed it. And then this would become a green mark, so you would have it more like a to-do list.
Right.
So that's a really good way to keep track of how you fixed your things. Yeah. And you can also see it with landing page. So you can see the problems based on landing pages. I don't want to get into details, but you can see the landing page and which things can be fixed. Also the keywords related to that. So here there's a lot of keywords. Okay, last thing I want to share, guys. The missions. This is where you get to work on your own SEO. And yeah. As you can probably already see, I'm on a very small screen right now, so it's a bit cramped, but you can probably already see that this is where you can kind of use it as a to-do list, and you can also get suggestions. So we actually tell you what's the most valuable things to work on, and give you an estimate of how much money you would get out of that in terms of MorningScore.
Pretty useful tool. Yeah.
Yeah, and you can see completed missions here as well, and so on. So yeah, this was a very quick tour.
Great.
Should I unshare my?
Yeah, that's fine. So when it comes to roadmaps, how would you? Do you have a roadmap where you have your own roadmap, or you have like a voting system for users to vote on roadmaps, or how does your roadmap work?
Yeah, okay, maybe then I should have shared my screen again. I'll just show you guys. We have a roadmap here. Uh, yeah, and we just changed it a little bit actually because we got a lot of new feedback. So in general, if people write us here on the chat with ideas and suggestions, we
Yeah.
will tell them if it will make it onto the roadmap. We're very open about what we're working on and how people can contribute. But the first thing to see is what we've planned already, and if people have ideas outside of what we've planned, then they can just talk to us, and we do that all the time. We take in ideas and then we work on them if they're good ideas.
Great. And one last question is, what as a user, what would you tell them for them to actually purchase your product? What would be something that you'd tell them? Why
Yeah.
why they should be subscribing to your product?
Well, if you have clients, because I know I'm talking to a lot of people. Okay, so there are two use cases here that are the most important ones. If you're either a consultant and you have clients who need to understand the value of what you're doing for them, then there's no other tool that's as good as this one. I hear it all the time from people, so I'm pretty confident about that because it's very easy for clients to understand what we're doing. The second use case is if you're, for example, a web shop owner or a business that relies on your SEO traffic for, actually generating revenue,
Right.
then our on-site tool and our way of, making sure you work on the missions, the links, everything, it's very easy to work on and it's very motivating. I've heard a lot of web shop owners say to me, "Oh, finally I get to work on my on-site because it's fun."
Right.
I couldn't, pull myself together before. Or someone said to me, "Oh, now we hired an intern and we can just give them the tool and they start working on the things because the tool explains what they should do." So these are the best use cases I've found so far. And obviously, if you're looking for a cheaper option for a pretty full-featured SEO tool, then, for example, SEMrush or Ahrefs, this is also the right place to look.
Great. Karsten, I want to thank you for taking the time to do this interview. I really appreciate it. And thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Raj. This was fun.
All right. Thanks. Take care.
Take care, man.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.